What's up, y'all? I am Lisa Bonet, and you're locked into Bonet Media. Make sure you smash that like button, share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. I am here to catch you up on the tea or whatever. We are a third party. Remember, this is a commentary and reaction channel. All right? Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Now, word is, and if y'all have not heard, okay, Jada, the boxer, who was a longtime friend and boxing mate of Claressa Shields, has come out yet again and spilled more truth, tea, or rumors. I'm going to lean more towards truth. Now, when I hear from a fly on the wall, I'm more inclined to believe what they're saying and the words that are coming out of their mouth. And for Jada the boxer, she fits that bill. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into this because see, this is what happens when you constantly throw stones at other people's personal lives. Okay. You up here trying to tell us about somebody else's coochie and ill nana when you should have been talking about your own coochie. Okay. Now, what am I talking about? Look, I came across this video, right, of Jada actually letting us know that Claressa, you have been a promiscuous girl since the 90s? Yeah, you have been outed as a 304. And the details about what she's about to say and you guys are about to hear, shocking? No. But diabolical? Definitely. All right. Now, according to Jada, Clarissa was being promiscuous with the coaches. Okay. And I don't have to tell you the age difference of that, right? And she spills more tea, you guys. All right. Now, like I said, when you start spilling about somebody else's life and in a vindictive way, eventually somebody starts throwing that right back at you. Now the internet is going crazy because Jada, like I said, somebody who reportedly knew Clarissa personally and was allegedly around her, younger boxing years, is speaking out with claims that Clarissa's past behavior involving coaches and relationships inside of the boxing world. And whether people believe every detail or not, the reason this conversation is hitting so hard online is because these allegations aren't coming from random strangers. They're coming from people who claim they have had real proximity and firsthand knowledge, all right? I.e., Jada. And this is where people are saying Clarissa may have created this storm for herself because for months now, she's been online speaking on other women, speaking on their relationships, bragging, arguing, bullying, throwing shots, and acting untouchable. At some point, the internet starts waiting for the pendulum to swing back, okay? To swing back around. That's just how social media works now. The louder you talk, the louder the backlash becomes when controversy lands at your doorstep, right? Now, let's be clear, nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. A rough upbringing, trauma, instability, broken homes, poverty, violence, everything that she throws in her face. Guess what, Clarissa? A lot of people come from difficult circumstances. That doesn't automatically define who somebody becomes forever. Plenty of people grow, they evolve, right? Heal and choose different paths in life. But girl, she's saying you were promiscuous. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I'm going to let you know what I found and we're going to talk about it. All right. Let me go ahead and get that up for y'all. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into what Jada had to say, okay? because we know attitude, her constant online conflicts, the arrogance, the public feuds, and what they see facing right now, what Claressa is facing right now, the criticism isn't just about those rumors and allegations. It's about perception and behavior. Just wanted to make that clear. Let's go ahead and get into this video, you guys. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take this down. Why is this not being added to the stage? Hold on, guys. Thank you guys for tapping in, and I will be in the chat. All right. Now, this is coming from Jada the Boxer. This is our source. She has her own YouTube channel. So if you guys want to watch this video uninterrupted, make your way on over to Jada the Boxer's YouTube page after this live stream. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into this, guys.
Feel like they do no wrong. And so, yesterday, because it's a new day now, Claressa made a post, and I am not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. It's just people either tag me on stuff on TikTok or I get stuff sent to my email. Okay. So listen, Claressa made a post on Facebook saying basically prayers, man, with the little crying emoji, heartbreak emoji, or whatever. And I was like, this is a trick. Like, this is manipulation. I can feel it already. And I was right. So, there was a woman, she made a video up here on YouTube. I forgot her name, but she posted the part where one of her cousins commented in the video. And I told y'all I'm really familiar with her family. So the family member was like, well, I tried to call your phone several times. Basically, you really don't care. I got grandma, like, forget it, right? Paraphrasing, but you'll see in the thumbnail. And I got y'all. You say pray for your family. I'm calling you about this and you're not answering. It's all good. I got this. My grannies be good. Everyone that say they got this, she day to day one up here with her, but me and cousin Colleen, God got me and all going on. And I was just like, I knew it. Because you see this petition is up, you see that the people are speaking, they're making videos. The signatures are over 2,000, it's over 2,000 signatures, honey. I think over 2,200 signatures. So you're seeing all this stuff, you're feeling threatened. So now you're trying to manipulate people with their emotions and, oh man, poor Claressa, she's going through so much. I hope she don't off herself. I hope she's not, because narcissists don't do that. Narcissistic people, they feel like they are never the problem. They're not. So listen, and then listen, I would never want that to happen for her. But y'all have to stop trying to glorify her making herself be the victim 25-8. I mean, she is not 5 years old. She's 30. 30 or 31, I don't know. But she's not a child. Okay, she's an adult, a professional boxer. There's no excuse. There's help out there that she can get. She don't want it. She don't want to listen. She didn't listen to her therapist. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And
Now, just remember, she mentioned therapists, which means, or to me, that she has had some type of intervention before. Somebody has told her about her mental health before. She has spoken to a specialist, okay, a professional about her mental health before, which leads me to think that there was a diagnosis. On top of that, we know from her family members, from the flies on the wall, that she also was receiving a SSI check. They don't just give those out like candy. They don't just deliver them to you like flyers, okay? There's a process in order for you to get an SSI check, all right? Whether it's SSI or SSDI, okay? A disability or regular SSI, all right? So let's just keep that in mind. Also, Jada also mentioned and touched on narcissistic patterns, narcissistic behavior, okay? I'm not the only one, okay? So I'll be the bad guy. Let's keep going.
And no, I'm not trying to be funny. Just because she has the what Steve Harvey specials in her mouth, I'm not calling her a horse. It's a saying. I'm just saying. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. They have to see that they're the problem for one, and then they have to want to go get help. So here's another thing. I told y'all I am not happy about her downfall. I put out a warning 2 years ago. People called me crazy. Oh my gosh, leave her alone, all this other stuff. And that was just me being obedient. But I have a serious problem with her misrepresenting women's boxing. Let me say this in another way. When you are blessed enough to make an income from your passion, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, it is to open up new doors. You could even, if you're so honorable and respectful from other people, and they really like respect the type of person that you are because you have good character, they will support your new ideas for women's boxing. You could have been busy opening up other doors for women's boxing as a whole. It's not about putting somebody on. It's not about that. It's not just, oh, I'll put this person on, I'll put that person on. No, it's about being a trendsetter. You could have opened up another organization to push out women's boxing even more. If you really cared about those men, women, and children being raped in that boxing gym, you could have used your voice to set something up where there's extra security with these training camps that, hey, USA Boxing, hello, isn't he y'all coach? He said he want to put a training camp. Maybe let's do an extra clearance of security where we understand what this training camp is about, where they're going to be laying their heads at, what they're going to eat, where's the money coming from, where's the funding. Like, you could have set something up where parents feel safe about their kids going to these camps and stuff. You didn't want to do any of that. I'm just putting an idea out there, but you're making it about you.
If she was such a trendsetter, if she was such a holy roller and a child of God, why is she not using her voice, her influence, and her resources? That includes your money, because you have to remember, to whom much is given, much is required, Mrs. Child of God. Yes, that includes your money to help others, to better the situation in her own hometown. You're neither a trendsetter nor positive. You're not a source of positivity. You make everything about yourself. Okay? And that's one of the behaviors of a narcissist.
So listen, I told y'all that also, most importantly, she's misrepresenting Christ. And yes, people don't want to hear about Christianity. They don't want to hear about Jesus. They feel like it's a white man's religion. They're angry, they're bitter. I love talking to those type of people. You know why? Because I was once that person, and I grew up in church all my life. But guess what? I had went through trauma. I had went through going through a bunch of trauma with my mom, seeing her hoot and holler in church, and I'm just looking at her like, yeah, whatever, because at home is something different. I went through a lot of trauma that should have broke me, that should have really made me try to take my life away. And I did. I did. And it never worked. God always blocked it. And I'm like, but why? And now I understand why today. So I went through a lot of trauma, and plus it didn't help, with the gift that I have. Very quickly, let me just give y'all this small background about me. I told you I grew up in church. The church I grew up in, they idolized the pastor a lot, like most, churches, right? And it would piss me off because I'm like, oh my gosh, he's not God. Um, I have the gift to see and hear in the spirit, and even smell in the spirit, but people won't understand that that's a way of how God communicates of what's going on. And I can use my authority in Christ to pray against what's going on. Not even just with me, but with other people, right? I started seeing stuff as a child. You know, they called me demonic. They said my gift was demonic. Mind you, God's people have this gift all up and through the Bible, Old and New Testament. It's a gift. Now, I understand there's two different sides of, you know, having this gift, and it's your source that matters. I understand that, but I'm on the right side. Okay. And they would get upset that I would expose things about the pastor.
Base 44 super agent is the catalyst for my growth. It's going to take me to the next level.
My agent, her name is Anna.
One thing as people of God and decent human beings is that we have to watch for the well-dressed demons. We have to watch for the fake prophets. What do you think a fake prophet is? You think a fake prophet is going to come to you with an inverted cross on and devil horns sticking out in their real true form? You would be so scared that you would run. They would never have a chance to manipulate you. Okay? You have to understand, master deceiver. They're going to come in the prettiest package that they can. They are going to cater to whatever you are because they've studied you. You understand what I'm saying? You like them tall, dark, and handsome, huh? That's what your demon is going to look like, dummy. You like them with a fat ass and light skin with curly hair, huh? That's what your demon is going to take the form of. You sawed off bastards. This is why you pray for discernment. This is why you read the room. This is why you keep your read between the line skills on deck. Because you know what? If you stay ready, you ain't got to stay ready. That doesn't mean you have to be well quoted and know every verse in the Bible. It doesn't mean that you have to show up and sit in the front pew every time you go to Sunday service. Wake up. They're going to meet you where you're at. Some of y'all don't even like Jesus. Some of y'all ain't stepped foot in the church a month of Sunday. Some of y'all been on the devil's playground so long you don't even know the difference between being in God's light and being in Satan's darkness. We have to watch for the false prophets. Churches and people that idolize the pastor, and I've been guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. I had to learn, right? And this is just coming to my mind. God has put this on my heart just to say this, so I'm just saying this right quick. But yeah, I used to put my pastor on this pedestal. He could do no wrong. He wasn't digging in his nose. He wasn't going to say a cuss word. At home, he was an angel floating on a cloud. And I had to be brought down to reality to realize he is just a mere mortal. He is the catalyst and maybe the vessel that God is using. But I had to learn to pray for discernment because he could very well be a false prophet. Now, I didn't say the Antichrist, okay? So just keep that in your mind, okay? Because this is the way that they turn people away from their not only their purpose, but a true relationship with God. Because then they clump everybody together. I don't all those mega churches. I don't even believe in God. Because of one mega church? Because one person fell? Like, think about it, you guys. All right. The time is now. The time is now. All right. Save yourself from a fate worse than death. And that's losing your soul. Just FYI, y'all. And you're welcome. because some of you guys need soul food, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not just here as a mouthpiece. I'm not just here as a talking head. I'm a real person, and I'm passionate. And you're welcome. Let's go.
I gotta understand, this started at the age of 7 when I started seeing stuff about the pastor. I've been seeing and all this other stuff with my gifts since I was a baby, but since I can remember 4, my parents said 2, but since I remember 4, okay, they didn't like it. They would pinch on me, they would hit on me on the low, they would be mean to me, whole grown adults, because I'm saying something about your pastor. And this pastor was my uncle-in-law, and I love him. I care about him. But I kept having dreams about him. I kept seeing these dark shadows around him. And it broke my heart as a little girl, because I'm like, if he's a man of God, if he's a pastor, why am I seeing this? They called me crazy. And that is how I started going against my discernment. Because it gets intimidating as a child when you have everybody calling you crazy and you're not even understanding how you have this gift, not knowing it's a God-given gift. So, it's just when you get older and stuff, you start to understand God alone has to train you with this gift. And I'm also not talking about dibbling and dabbling and no darn witchcraft. And I said what I said. Because I had aunties that was like, oh, I know a lady, girl bye, and the lady's always poor somewhere, barely got anything, and very crafty. Get away from me. So that's why I was a bit rebellious too, because I got tired of people. Oh, I think I can take her to this lady. My dad would get annoyed. I can take her to this lady. She got the same gift. Oh, she clairvoyant. Oh, she this. Oh, she that. And no, I'm not. So anyways, listen, this pastor, years later, when I turned 20 years old, he committed suicide. And it broke my heart, and I was confused. I was crying. I was wailing. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think, because I had to deal with all this time, people calling me crazy. But then at the funeral, people were apologizing to me. And someone told me, they was like, Jada, you have been vindicated. And I'm just like, I don't care about that. Like, y'all called me crazy. Y'all did all this stuff. And I told the truth. I was going slam off to the point my sister had to walk me out the church. So from that day, I decided, you know what, bump this. I'm going to find out who God is for myself, because what? Like, I asked y'all questions. Y'all fussed and cussed me out and everything. When I asked about the Bible, about how God works, what's his name? Who is he? Like, tell me. And y'all would fuss me out. Y'all would get frustrated. Y'all taking scriptures out of context. And I would have a knowing. I would know, like, they're taking scripture out of context. Like, that's not what it means. So imagine you go through all of that. Yeah, you're going to get angry. You're going to get mad at God. You're going to, I was just like, oh my gosh, they're so enslaved. I was pro-Black and everything as well. Like, I know how all that feels. So the way that I gave my life to Christ was I had an encounter with him in my bedroom, not at church, not an announcement on Sunday. If you want to give your life to Christ, come to the altar, no, baby. I was in my little pink room, sitting on my little blue rug. And I just started talking to the Lord. And I said, I don't even know if I could do this, but I'm going to just talk to you. And I told him what was on my heart. And I felt boom. I felt the spirit hit my heart, and I just started crying, because I never felt that before. But I felt so light for the first time, because I had been hurting for a long time, and I gave my life to Christ when I was 22. That was 6 years ago. And people would say, oh, that's not a long time. But duration doesn't matter when it comes to being in the body of Christ. It doesn't. It's what you do with that time. And God's timing is different than ours. He says that for him, 1,000 years is like a day to God. He's in Kairos timing. We're in Chronos. Timing is not the same when you're in the kingdom of God. When even in prayer, when you're praying in the spirit, when you're done, the real ones know. It just feels like, oh, I prayed for an hour. It don't feel like it. And I'm not talking about tongues either. You're just like, it don't feel like it. That felt like 10 minutes. Like I said, if you know, you know. But listen, instead of arguing with those people in the comments, you could have took the time to, if you really was walking this walk, you could have took the time to be like, you know what, I'm gonna inbox you real quick. You never know. People be like, Claressa inboxing me? Okay, I'm gonna wait. All right. Let's talk on the phone for a bit. Oh my gosh, Clarissa want to talk on the phone with me about why I don't believe in her God?
Many people want to go.
Okay. You don't even know that could begin to break off some stuff off of people's hearts. It's people out here that be going through some rough stuff. And I understand. That's why I don't get mad. It's always the ones that really don't be walking the walk that want to defend and get mad over something you really don't live truly. Because I really do devote my life to Christ. And it never gave holier than thou. It never gave self-righteous. Baby, I understand. That's why people be looking at me weird, like, she not offended? I'm like, no, because I've been there. And that's the truth. Because you're going to go through seasons where you get mad at God. You like, what are you doing? Do you know what you're like? Can I tell the truth? I have been so angry at God where I'm like, do you know what you're doing? Like,
Okay, you guys, we're going to listen to the rest of this video, but it might just be the wrong video. Okay, so after this is we listen to this, I'm going to try to see if I can see the other video that I wanted to show y'all. Sorry, I thought this was the video. Okay, it might be. We still have like 5 minutes left, but I'm just going to let it play through because I think what she's saying is important. We're already invested in this video, and then I'm going to look for the other video. Like I said, this may still be the video, but let's go.
you know what? You can keep your promises because I didn't ask for them anyway. And the whole time, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This is for the generations that is coming after you. This is why he needs you to do this stuff, and it's uncomfortable right now because this is the only sacrifice he's asking for, Jada. I've been through homelessness. I went through my mom trying to kick me out the house for every little reason because she didn't want me to progress with anything. So she would do it on purpose, unprovoked. Nah, I ain't doing nothing. You starting arguments and stuff because you seeing I'm progressing in certain things and you're trying to stop it. I went through, living in my car. I lived in the airport for a month. I stayed with some of the most toxic people. I've been outside and had nowhere to go. I've hid and ducked in places that I should have never even been in. I stayed in a trap house. So I get it. And I don't know why people get so obsessed with being a chosen one because it hurts to be chosen. It does. It hurts to be chosen. I don't get the obsession because it's so stupid. You're literally dealing with God saying, I'm choosing you to break these curses in the way that I need you to do it. And it's not easy. And you still got to pray. You still got to fast. And you still have to consecrate yourself. And so, as y'all know, I can go on and on and on, but people fail to understand, like her, you're getting mad, you're getting irritated because people are talking about your faith. If you was really walking this walk, you could tell them how it is and be like, oh, okay, I understand. I've been through that. Because guess what? You're a servant. You keep claiming you're a Christian. You're saying you're a servant. That's humility. People that enjoy my life on TikTok trying to rile me up, get me angry. And I'm like, oh, baby, that don't work over here because I know how that feels. Yeah, let me tell you about what I've been through. And you'll be surprised that malice, or I'm sorry, not malice, but the callous that just starts to break off of their heart. It is only God that can soften the man's heart or change a person's heart. But sometimes he will use you to do it, and it's still him doing it. He's just doing it through you. So y'all, like, people don't understand. It's men out here. It's men out here. They get off work, they angry, they realize that they angry, they irritable all the time. They like, damn, it's like every time I make money, there's a hole in my pocket. Finances drying up, all this other stuff. They get frustrated, they get mad because they're not understanding what's going on. Not even understanding the woman that they're with. They've been with her for the longest time, but haven't married her yet because you know deep down inside that's not your wife. And you're trying to figure out where you're going wrong.
All right, you guys, that is the rest of that video. I am going to try to look, even though that was a positive message, you guys. So that's the reason why I let it go ahead and play all the way through. And I appreciate her sharing her testimony or part of her testimony with us. So I would like to just respect that. Okay. Stormy, I would just like to respect that. Okay. But let me see if I can find the video that I watched. Okay. Hold on, y'all. And I do apologize. I thought this was the video. Maybe I watched that video and then started watching another video that she did. I'm not sure. But the moral of the story is, and it is so true, that when you are chosen, it hurts. It hurts to be chosen. And you do have to consecrate yourself. Okay. I think that's the meaning of the name Elizabeth. You know how you used to look up meanings of names? I think Elizabeth, which is Lisa, is a derivative of the word Elizabeth, means consecrated to God, if I'm not mistaken. It's been so long. But what she was speaking was true. Okay. Let me go ahead and look right quick, y'all. Hold on. I want you guys to remember, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Somebody in the chat said it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Okay? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find this video. Because that ain't it. That ain't the video. Because in the video I'm talking about, she was talking about, like I said, Claressa sleeping with the coaches. All right? Sleeping with the coaches and bragging about it. But I wanted you guys to hear her. Hold on. Oh, it was. Was I looking at other videos? Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I might just have to go to her page. Or maybe it was when she was talking about Tasha K. Now I don't know. Addressing Tasha K. This is the only other video that I watched. Let's see, y'all. Let's just go here and see. I'm gonna kind of skip through it, and we're gonna see if this is the video. If not, we're gonna go to her page because it's there. Okay. My dingy ass just done messed up. I done watched 2-3 of her videos, and on the last video I thought that was the video, but I mean, nobody's perfect, y'all. Okay. Let's just see if this is the video or not. Hold on, y'all, because I want you guys to skip through it with me. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Let me go ahead and add this. Let me see. All right, so let's see if this is the video, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna kind of skip through a little bit and then we'll listen to it in its entirety because I want to make sure. Hold on.
Let's get into it. I'm addressing it. The Tasha K situation video, and she was saying, you're just trying to control the narrative. And I said, and you just proved my point. You're trying to create a. She was being fast. So that wasn't that. Nobody's making fun of her because, oh, she got raped. She didn't get raped. She wanted to have sex with her coach.
Okay, this is the video, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. All right, hold on, y'all. This is the video. Okay, I'm going to deliver. Okay, better late than never. Better late than never. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make it go back.
Hey,
All right.
y'all. So let's.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, in this video, this is addressing Tasha K, but this is where the tea comes in, sis, okay? This is where the tea comes in. This is a video. Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat first, okay? Since I had to regroup from whoop whoop, all right? But this is the video, y'all. Y'all about to hear some mess. Okay, y'all gonna be clutching your invisible pearls when I play this video for sure, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, girl, you delivered." Clock it. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's take time out to see what my VIPs are saying. Okay, what is up, Aquarius Moon? Hey, Blonay mods in chat. Thank you, De Niro Mommy in the house. Don't forget to smash the like on the way in, y'all. Bella Black, thank you so much for being a member. Hey, Boo, what's up? Shantae in the house, representing Blonay Media, per usual. All right. Now, let me see what you guys say. Please misspell the cuss words and inappropriate words so YT doesn't remove the comment. Thank you. Yes, I caught you live. I love you, Blonay. Keep going, girl. Hey, chat, and hey, mods. What is up, Taisha? Thank you so much for that love, girl. Thank you. Let me see. Rachel says, wow, OMG, Lisa, very much needed that. Been in a dark place for a while. Thank you. Very much needed needed a community. You are so welcome, and that's the reason why I do it. Okay. If I can help one person, if I can shed light in one person's life, that is what I'm here for. Okay. That's what I'm here for. So thank you so much for that. That really, really means a lot to me. Thank you for expressing yourself and not being afraid to speak out, Rachel. And yeah, welcome. Welcome to Blonay Media, okay? Well, welcome to the Blonay Society, of course. All right. Let me see. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much for hyping me up, y'all. Thank you for letting the sister roll. I appreciate y'all. I do appreciate you guys. All right. You said Blonay, she's from Virginia, my bestie cousin, and all I can say is she not lying. I believe her. I definitely believe Jada. I don't know why she would sit there and lie like that. Just doesn't seem like that's her character or in her nature. I mean, I know people can do it. That's why we got to keep our head on the swivel. But me, I'm not afraid to be wrong, and I can read people pretty well. So I absolutely believe this woman, okay? This young lady, rather, okay? I kind of get away from the word girl because it kind of minimalizes people, um, and, kind of little girls people, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I move away from that. But this young lady, I'll say, yes. Welcome, Desi Arnaz. Hey, one of my favorite actors from one of my favorite shows. If you know, you know. Shalita's live talking stuff about this woman. She is? Right now? Wait a minute, y'all. Let's go over there. Hold on. Wait a minute. When'd you write this? At 1:40? Let's see what time it is, because I might be late. Oh, you said it just right now. Wait, let's go and see, y'all. Hold on. Let's go and see. Now, remember, on Instagram, on the Instagrammy, you're not going to be able to see the picture. You're only going to be able to hear audio. Okay? So don't sock me. Remember that. Now, it may just be me, or it may just be overall, but I'm just letting y'all know. Okay? So hold on. Hold on. Hey, Alicia. Hey, girl. Alicia Baumgartner. All right, so let me go ahead. We're going to come back to this video because the one that we're going to watch it's already like been here. Like, we're going to be able to come right back to this, but we may not catch her live because, on Facebook? Oh, wait a minute. Do I have Facebook open? I think I do. Hold on. Let me look on Facebook, you guys. Thank you for that. Facebook. Okay, let's go here. I think my Facebook is open, you guys. I don't be on Facebook. I need to start and stop having excuses for not being on there. Woo, child. You do no. Why do you always have this damn let me show y'all. Let me bring it up the right way because we about to go to wait a minute. We about to go to her page. So I gotta bring it up the right way, you guys. We're gonna come back to Jada and what she has to say. So we're gonna take her down. We're gonna go on over to the Facebook. All right. And see what's pizzopping over there. Okay, what's popping slime? But girl, look at what Claressa Shields got. Girl, why do you always do this pose? Why? Look at that. Why does she always do that pose like that? Girl, you shenane that girl. Shenane. Shenane girl. Okay, anyways, hold on. Let's go. What's her name over here? Remy Savage? Shalita? Shalita? Let me see. Shalita. Shalita what? Savage? Shalita Savage? Let's see. Because I don't know. I don't know what her name is over here. Let's see if she's live. Oh yeah, Shalita, Remy, whatever, Savage. Okay. You say she's live? Oh, she is live. Okay, let's go, y'all. Hold on, guys. Or she was live. I don't know, y'all, but let's just look.
For real, you got to let them do them. I can't even make this up. Latrice, do you know anything about my children? You don't. I do have my kids. I just don't post them on the internet. So what are you talking about? Because I chose to let my children live with their fathers? I guess you ate, huh? Yes. So what? Never mind. I ain't even finna talk about that. What's up? All the way from LA. The Nola in the house. Okay. They beefing because Nigeria is a disrespectful little bitch that don't know her motherfucking place and like to clout chase. That's why they beefing. Because motherfuckers don't know their place and they love to fucking clout chase. Girl, get the fuck. You just want some. You want to be relevant. So Nigeria is a good mother because of why? What makes her a good mother? Let's talk about it. Because last time I checked, Teresa Johnson is the one who be having her fucking kids. And the only time Nigeria posts her kids is when she buy them an outfit, get them clean, go get their haircuts, she do their hair, and then she sit up and take a photo shoot with them and take 1,000 fucking pictures, and then she drop their ass back off to her mama Teresa and she be outside in the streets. So what exactly makes her a great mother? Because the last time I checked, Charisma and them said that her daughter was humping and had touched her daughter. So if that makes you a great mother, by all means, do that. Do that. Okay? But yeah, you come to my life to tell me about my parenting skills as if I gave a fuck, as if I didn't do a whole ass interview with Tasha K and tell you motherfuckers about my life because Claressa decided to come on the internet and lie to you motherfuckers about me. So I exposed myself to expose her. Boom, bada bing, and Bob's your fucking uncle. Who the fuck is Star? What do you mean? How do I know any of this? I tell y'all all the time, I know everything. I just don't say shit.
All right, you guys, do you believe Shalita Now we are being YouTube friendly, you guys. Okay, I can't just play this all the way through without adding a little something, something, and shaking a little something, something. All right. So this is the read. So read between the lines, y'all. Okay, work with me. Um, but yeah, do you guys believe what Shalita is saying about Nigeria, about Clarissa? Do you believe she got all the tea? She knows where all the bones is buried. She just not saying nothing. I don't know, but let's get back to her live, okay?
Well, she did a DNA test with Casey, so, and I got it in my phone. So, well, I'm glad that you can tell me about myself. Thank you. Is there anything else, Latrice, that you would like to tell me about myself? Yo, cousin. So please tell me. I'm listening. I'm not gonna block you because I don't give a fuck about you to block you, but I would like to know which one of my children do you say is your cousin? That's what I would like to know. That's all I'm saying.
Just know when I push pause, we're not missing anything because it picks up where it left off. But just to reiterate and hop on the bandwagon with what Aquarius Moon said, I'm sorry. I would just never show my face with my hair like this on the internet. And I second that emotion because I know I've gotten on here and said everybody got bad angles. If half of y'all snatched your wig off, got in the shower and didn't comb your hair out, didn't put nothing in it, just hopped out like you was the Pamela Anderson, you would be looking like this too, a runaway slave. Okay, period. You snatched off that lace front right now. That don't mean I would come on live like that. That don't mean I would come on live like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No spam. So let's just get it right. All right. Shout out to Aquarius Moon and anybody who co-signed with her. All right. No way, motherfucking Jose, would I come on live looking like this. Now, to each his own, but we all have our opinions, right? Don't none of y'all ever, ever, ever bring yourself on live looking like this. All right. Now, hate it or love it, that has nothing to do with if we hate her, love her, believe her or not. This is her own thing. Okay. Hey, we're just sitting on the sidelines, right? On the bench, like we don't even play. But everybody look good though. Everybody look good though. Okay. Some of us got our natural hair, and some of us got lace front, some of us got weave, some of us got braids, but we all look good, boo. You better throw some conditioner in that shit. You better throw some grease in that shit. You better put a comb through that shit. Let's go.
I did give up a lot to help Clarissa. It is what it is. Can't cry over spilled milk now. I am a truth teller, and thank you. Talk about it. And I'm like, why you start talking if you didn't want to talk about it? But hey, I digress. But all I want to say is I'll take my parenting skills over Nigeria's any day because at least I'm not raising a little Chester molester. Yep. And at least I'm not testing 20 motherfuckers to figure out who my son's father is. Milwaukee. What's up? Love. That part. And I'm finna get off of here because I got shit to do.
All right, y'all. That was the end of her live. I want to go ahead and get into what Jada had to say about Claressa so I can deliver what you guys came for. Okay. Claressa Shields is outed as a 304 since the 90s, promiscuous with coaches. All right. Let's get into that. And then we'll come back because I think maybe the first part of her live has been saved on her Facebook. So we'll revisit Shalita because we wanted to hear what she was saying about Jada. We just so happened to miss it, right? But I want to give you guys what you came for, okay? So let's go ahead and get into Jada, okay? And what she had to say. Hold on. Now, in this video, she's addressing Tasha K, but it's what she says about Claressa, all right, that I wanted you guys to hear, all right? Well, the whole thing is cool, but it's about 14 minutes, y'all. Let's go.
Now, this did happen a while back, as you can see the dates, but I really never took the time to thoroughly explain what happened. And so let's just see what Tasha K had to say.
Go to you. What did you do something? Because it's like, you know, when you get on top, people start telling your business and stuff like that. But this was really below the belt. This was way below the belt. They're not even allowed to hit below the belt. And the type of I said, if Claressa fire you, she's gonna whoop your ass. She's gonna whoop your ass. Claressa gonna whoop your ass, and I can't save you. Nobody can save you. Nobody. She's a trained killer. Your best friend. I think you need to send the cease and desist away from me. And you know what? I will forward the cease and desist from my lawyer to your best friend's lawyer, because she out here spilling all your wine. Go, Jasmine. Viewer discretion is advised. You will be triggered by this. What's up?
Oh, you got deceived by your coach. You know, you kept having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You know, you keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having abortions back to back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
what? Whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa. She fought pregnant?
yeah, Hannah Gabriel's. Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting backed up and winning a fight, but that's why she got dropped.
Did you get all that?
You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
what?
Oh, you got deceived by your coach. You know, you kept having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You know, you keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having abortions back to back to back. You fought pregnant, having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You know, you keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having abortions back to back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
what? Whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa. She fought pregnant?
yeah, Hannah Gabriel's. Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting backed up and winning a fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant, and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fighting.
Trying to make weight.
back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa, whoa. She fought pregnant?
Hannah Gabriel. Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting backed up and winning the fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fighting.
Trying to make weight.
Trying to make weight, but you're pregnant.
My goodness.
Oh, why do that? They do that. They do.
So girls fight all the time pregnant.
Yep, all the time. And then they're like, oh, abortion later.
Now her name is Jada. We didn't say nothing this time, Clarissa. We didn't say nothing.
And so after Tasha K made this video, y'all will see as I'm talking, I'm going to post the receipts of just her messaging me on Instagram when I had Instagram at that time. She reaches out to me saying, Jada, what happened? Or something similar to that. And I blocked her. And people kept saying I was crazy for not taking the opportunity to hop on the show and talk to her. But my thing is, I just feel like there was no point. I mean, this lady, all she tries to do is ambush. And that was what she was trying to do. And she got upset and she made a video and she was saying, you're just trying to control the narrative. And I said, and you just proved my point. You're trying to create an ambush. You already chose your side. Like, you just told on yourself. So yeah, it was just weird, for her not to know me and, you decided to pick a side was just really interesting to me. And that's why I decided just to not go on the show. Like, just because somebody invites you on their show and they're like, oh, come on my podcast, let's talk about it, whatever the case is, it's not always good. And that's why I be ignoring people commenting, because then not too soon after you're making a video for clout, trying to say something bad about me, or like it was a person, you're paying attention to the rumors of what people are saying on TikTok out of all places, and you're trying to make it seem like I'm crazy or something's wrong with me. And I'm not even going to say the creator's name up here, but for her to do that was just weird. And I don't know, like, people just be doing stuff for wrong intentions. So I be ignoring people, but hey, that's why I decided not to be on her show. I just feel like it was beneath me. Um, Also, it's just nothing ever good that she posts up there. I mean, she gets into it with everybody, and I just feel like that's embarrassing. Like, this person is literally old enough to be my mother. I just can't get with that. I just can't. Also, I did a podcast. The only podcast I joined was Smack the Messenger. Okay, and we went into detail about a lot, talked about a lot up there, and he also allowed me to pray for him at the end, and I thought that was really cool. But the only parts that Tasha K focused on was when I said that Claressa was sleeping with her coach. First of all, Clarissa was doing this starting at the age of 16.
Starting at the age of 16, but you want to sit up here and blast Alicia Baumgartner as a grown A woman at the age of just 32? Happy birthday, Gemini. What? And you want us to stand behind some BS like that? You want us to stand behind some trivial shit like that? And somebody is telling your truth. People are questioning her attitude, the constant online conflicts, the arrogance, the public views, and what they see as a pattern of self sabotage outside of the ring. Because inside of the ring is a whole different story. You guys heard what she said. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. She said you had ABs back to back to back. Now, maybe some of us out there have had the same procedure. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, right? Well, I know it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying I'm not committing or condoning. I'm not convicting anyone out there for the choices that they have made. But as young as 16 years old, and all because you want to be promiscuous with a grown man, listen to what we're saying. I'm not talking about you being a grown woman and you're with a man and you're grown and you're with your man, your boyfriend, your husband, right? We're talking about a kid who allegedly, willingly, and braggadociously, outwardly wanted to sleep with her coaches. How old were they? Does it matter? Does it matter when you're a kid and you are with your coach? Old enough, and probably a old ass nigga. Just close your eyes and imagine when you were a kid, meaning you were in high school and you went to PE class, or you were on the high school cheerleading team or the high school track team. Just close your eyes and imagine your coach, your real coach, right now. How old was your coach? I can let you know that at least 30, 20 to 30 years older than me. At least 20 to 30. Right? And this is the mindset that Claressa has been in. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
He also allowed me to pray for him at the end, and I thought that was really cool. But the only parts that Tasha K focused on was when I said that Claressa was sleeping with her coach. First of all, Clarissa was starting at the age of 16, okay? And yes, that is statutory rape because she's underage. But the coach didn't just rape her. Like, she wanted to sleep with this coach. She literally would tell, I'm not going to bring people names up, but she would tell her teammates at the Olympic Training Center, like, I'm going to F him. Like, I'm going to F your coach. I'm going to get. And it's statutory rape because she's underage. But the coach didn't just rape her. Like, she wanted to sleep with this coach. She literally would tell, I'm not going to bring people names up, but she would tell her teammates at the Olympic Training Center, like, I'm going to F him. Like, I'm going to F your coach. I'm going to get him. And that's weird. To the point they would bring it up to him, like, why does she keep saying she gonna have sex with you, or she can't, she want to, or all that other stuff. So, Kay Karoma took that as an invitation, or to see that as, ooh, I got another one. She was being fast. So that wasn't that. Nobody's making fun of her because, she got written as an invitation, or to see that as, ooh, I got another one. She was being fast. So that wasn't that. Nobody's making fun of her because, she got ripped. She didn't get ripped. She wanted to have sex with her coach. And I wouldn't, ooh, I got another one. She was being fast. So that wasn't that. Nobody's making fun of her because, she got ripped. She didn't get ripped. She wanted to have sex with her coach.
And you wonder why we don't like, you wonder why there's an outcry against Claressa. We are getting a taste of who she really is. This is her persona. This is how she moves out here in these streets. This is why she was so manipulative and backstabby and conniving and deceiving at all costs. She wanted to get back at Remy. She wanted to bed Papoose. This is how she's been moving out here in these streets. And you guys think we're haters. We are on this woman. The distaste and the dislike and the unlikability is outside of the ring, because inside of the ring, nobody can deny her talent. Claressa is accomplished, disciplined, and one of the best female fighters in boxing history. But outside of the ring is where people think she keeps hurting herself. The internet feels like every time she gains momentum professionally, another controversy appears tied to her ego, relationships, social media, drama, or public arguments. And eventually, people are going to stop separating the talent from the behavior. And this is why. These are her true colors. This is why this backlash feels bigger than just gossip. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see what you are saying in the chat. That's official hood-ish. Fighting and Prego. Yes. Did y'all hear what she said? Back to back to back from the same coach. All right. Sweetness Goody says, I don't like Clarence, but it can't be the 90s because she was born in the 90s. She's 31 years old. She was born in 1995. Yeah, I didn't mean that literally. No, I didn't mean that literally. Yeah, she was born specifically March 17th, 1995. Yeah, I didn't mean that literally. I just used her birth date as the beginning. But thank you for that clarity. Please misspell curse words and inappropriate words, y'all, so YT doesn't remove the content. Okay? Yep. And to be honest, I believe that. Somebody said the coach needs to be in jail. Most forget that CS was getting an SSI check at the beginning of her career. Yeah. What was that age? When did they discover that? Age 12, maybe? Oh, you think he was 40? Oh my God. If she was with a grown man, she was a kid, the man should be in jail. Yeah. Yeah. She would be a victim in this case. Yeah. But she's still operating in the same spirit. If what Jada is saying is true, at the age of 16, she is still moving and operating in that mindset and in that spirit, in that mode, which is causing her all this calamity and discord as a grown ass woman. Fast forward till today, right? Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said there's a lot going on in my junior high and high school. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on in my junior and high school days, really. And I believe it too. I mean, I grew up a little bit sheltered and not really outside and out there like that. A little immature for my age too as well. So that had a lot to do with me not being, not saying I wasn't fast or, what I'm saying, tried to be grown. But I think that kind of helped me back and hindered me and protected me from a lot of that. So that's shocking for me to hear. but it's also believable. Inspirational mixed media, you know? Because I wasn't even aware of that. Like my mind was damn near on Barbie dolls. So, you know, but wow, thank you for that insight. Not a CS fan. She was a victim. Black girls are fast. Stop it. Oh yeah, that's being fast. That's being fast. Okay. Um, let me see. Woo, child, it's too much. Yeah. And just FYI, I grew up kindergarten through 12th. I was the only black person in every class. So it goes on over to the white girls too. I'm just letting y'all know. I didn't grow up in the hood. I grew up around all white people from kindergarten through 12. And I can let you know, them whole heifers was fast. Them heifers was fast, faster than any black girl could ever be. So I'm just enlightening you, okay? Just give me my perspective. All right. I was the only black girl in every class, and them white girls was keeping up with the fast black girls in the hood. Tell you that much. Tell you that much. They may not have a double dutch rope. They may have had a surfboard tucked up under their arm, but they was just as fast. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Woo, child, this too much. Yes. Somebody said, shit, this sad world we live in, grown tail men taking advantage of young girls. Yep, it's just sad. It really is. Yes, girls have crushes on males, men don't react. Of course, yeah. I mean, we talk about that all the time. The inappropriateness and the age gap in between when you're a teenager and you have a crush on your favorite actor or your favorite rapper or your favorite singer or your favorite athlete. And there's most 9 times out of 10, there is a large age gap that we see nothing wrong with, because when you think about it, when you are young like that, I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't. I wasn't thinking, I wonder how old Denzel Washington is. I wasn't thinking about that. I just wasn't. I don't think, maybe I wasn't mature enough to be thinking about that. Oh, you like Justin Bieber? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Check and see how old he is, or else you can't like Justin Bieber. You have to check and see how old they are first. Like, who was doing that as a kid? Right? It's the adult's responsibility. So basically, yes, definitely the responsibility falls on the adult, but we are talking about her character and how she was moving out here. And you just heard Jada say she whispering to the other little girls, yeah, I'm gonna get your coach. I'm gonna go to bed with, like, they probably were looking at her like we looking at her now, like, you freaking weirdo, right? So it's not so much of the act that I'm talking about, it's the spirit, her mindset, and her mode, that her vibe that she was moving in. Okay. And I'm not telling the story. We're the third party, y'all. I didn't put this out here. I'm just commenting on it. Commentary and reaction channel. We are the third party, y'all. Remember that.
To him, like, why does she keep saying she gonna have sex with you, or she can't, she want to, or all that other stuff? So, K Karoma took that as an invitation, or to see that as, ooh, I got another one. Being fast. So that wasn't that. Nobody's making fun of her because, oh, she got raped. She didn't get raped. She wanted to have sex with her coach. And I wouldn't dare laugh at somebody for being raped anyway, because that happened to me. So I would never make fun of somebody. So to twist my words, that's another reason why I pay attention. I will never join somebody's little show they got going on just for you to try to twist my words. But when I brought that up, and when I also brought up that, yes, it is normal. Like, people think I'm lying when I say, y'all, I knew women before me and Claressa were friends. I knew women that were about a couple of weeks pregnant. They already were planning to get an abortion, and they fought pregnant. This is not a secret. And I know people will be like, so how you got to take the pregnancy test? How? Do you not know that they take the test and they stick it in the toilet and just pray to God that whoever just peed in there is not positive, or they just flush and they just stick it in the toilet, toilet water or just toilet water, and of course it's going to come up negative because they just dipped it in the toilet water. It's not like they're asking to take your pee and they're testing it. No, they're just giving you a pregnancy test. That's it. Y'all do know that, right? Why should I even have to explain this? They will literally take that test, dip it in the toilet water because they know they're pregnant. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what do I got to lie for? I box. Y'all better stop believing everything people say because I don't have sex before my fights. You have sex all throughout training camp. That's a lie. Stop lying. Just tell the truth. So listen, she only focused on that part. She also only focused on the part where I was just like, she has done it multiple times, but that's true. And Clarissa's not the only one that has done it. People even tried to accuse me of doing it because I brought it up. What people fail to understand is I had always been told I could not have children. So I always wanted to have children. I couldn't sit there and just go through aborting because I always wanted children. And I look at that differently. I look at children as a gift. I understand the responsibility that comes with that. I understand that you have to have the maturity, especially if you claim to be in Christ, to seek the Lord on what their calling is, to continue to pray and intercede, because you should be your spouse if you're married. And
Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and look now. You guys are saying how I changed the title. All right. How is the F is she a 304 from the 1990s, born in 1995? Me and Chris are the same age. Thank you for pointing that out, Water Wicca. So I changed the title. All right. I don't want anybody's panties to get into a bunch. I changed the title. Claressa Shields outed as a 304 since the 2000s. Pick any year of the 2000s. 2000s ain't over yet. 2012, 2011, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So you got all them years, okay? So we broke it down and we're going to leave it at that, okay? My bad. Claressa Shields outed, not by me, as a 304 since the 2000s. Okay. You got a span of about 10, 11 years. Choose any one of them years in the 2000s. It's going to fit this category. All right. Let me see what else y'all have to say. To be honest, I don't think she's the GOAT. Her A chose who she fights. Oh, she chooses who she fights. I know people have been saying that. I don't know how that works because if somebody wants to fight her, she'll just say no. Is that what you're saying? Or does she always just choose who she fights? I don't know how that works, but I've heard that. I'm not a stranger to that. You said what state Claressa from? I think Detroit, Michigan. It explains some things for me. I think Detroit, Michigan. Oh, Michigan. Somebody said Michigan. Yeah. Lisa, I did hear a while back she really is gay. Like, she really gay, like females. Oh, I don't know. Definitely toxic. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. You said great topic, definitely needs to be a discussion. Remember what happened to Simone Biles? Exactly. Now, I mean, I doubt that Simone was asking for it and willingly, willing to participate in those type of activities at at, at the time. Um, but definitely, definitely was a thing, right? It's a problem. Girl, especially those cheerleaders in the burbs. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we used to call them fast, you know. Yeah, y'all. Most definitely. Aquarius moon, no problem, Ladybug. Let me see. Mr. Kareem. Cap. Cap what? What's a cap? Um, I thought she did as well. Let me see. Parents are supposed to protect their children because they heard the stories. They know what's going on. Yes. You say, but at the same time, we didn't check for grown men either. I understand a crush, but to act on a grown man, nah, that would have been weird for us. And you see how she said that the girls that she used to talk to be like, why? Used to go ask the coach, like, why is she saying that? Why is she saying she want to sleep with you? And instead of him standing up and being the adult in the situation, he went and took advantage and became and stayed the predator that he was. We're not taking anything away from the predator or the adult in the situation. Okay. Why do you feel the need to tell CS business you must be broke and don't have a life? I mad. What does that mean? I mad. What does that mean? And if that's what you want to think, that I'm broke and don't have a life, so be it. Who cares? I'm not giving you any energy. Who cares? And what you gonna do about it? You guys want so bad to have this reaction out of me. Where you want me to turn into this vicious? No. Who cares? Fuck. Let's go on. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. You say that's why it's. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see, guys. It just skipped you. You said that's why it's going to be hard when you do want to start a family. I know. I know. I know. From not from the 90s to the 2000s, girl, you good. You better back that. I don't know what that means, but thank you guys. Please hit and the like button. Yeah, I'm a bit on the dingy side, you guys. And I'm a forgiving person. I'm not, it really takes something that seriously is like seriously like attacking, like my loved one or something like that for me to really like get riled up and like really for the other Gemini to come out. I'm a Gemini, right? I'm a mirror. Whatever you give, I give back. It takes, I'm not built that way. Never happened. Okay. Sorry. You're barking up the wrong tree. Flint, Michigan. Okay. I don't know about Flint, y'all, except for the water. That's really what I've heard about it. Okay. Let me see, Shantae. What do you mean? Thank you. You said young with the coach young in the hood. Most men ain't asking questions, unfortunately. I know. I know. I know. Back, sis. All right, let's get back into this, you guys. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Okay. I am the bad guy. All right. And if you agree with me, you're a bad guy too. The fuck? We're the bad guys. All right. You got to take the good with the bad, y'all. You got to take the good with the bad. Main thing is not to panic. All right. The best revenge is success. Remember that. Practice what you preach. Go argue with your mama.
As a gift. I understand the responsibility that comes with that. I understand that you have to have the maturity, especially if you claim to be in Christ, to seek the Lord on what their calling is, to continue to pray and intercede, because you should be your, your spouse if you're married, and your children's number one intercessor and watchman, to basically pray over them and cover them in prayer. Like, I know the weight that comes with that. So no, not true. This video is under my YouTube shorts, but she was rapping and bragging about how she prayed before her fights and she studied her Bible. And then she goes into saying she has no kids, but you don't have no kids because you killed them off. You aborted them all. I just think that's a wild thing to glorify after you just said you pray before your fights and you study your Bible, but you did the number one thing that literally goes against God's law, which was abort all them kids. This is why people are confused. Like, how are you a Christian? People will say, oh, you shouldn't judge. No, we're to judge righteously. Y'all keep forgetting that part, because this is dangerous. And this is also how Satan has legal right over you. But nobody's really mature to have that conversation because, hey, welcome to America. Even though this is literally Canaanite practice. But back to the video. People just don't like the truth. They don't. They do not like the truth. So, yeah, that's about it with that. That's all I wanted to say with that. I just wanted to address it because I did talk about it before in another video. I took that video down. But yeah, I just wanted to explain everything concerning what Tasha K said about me. And the thing about it is, it's like Claressa has attempted to send a cease and desist, but it was at the wrong address. And I was just like, well, what you paying them lawyers for if they can't even find, my address? And the thing about it is, I don't care. I'm not taking my videos down because it's the truth. It's the truth. And this was on camera. Like some of the stuff she's done, and it's paper trail, it's on camera. It has been recorded. Like, people back in Flint, some know I'm not lying, especially the police that kept coming over her house.
The what? The what? She said it's on camera. It's a paper trail. And the people in Flint know, especially the popos that kept coming to her house. Remember, defamation, which is libel and slander, which is, I think, written and verbal or something like that. You have to prove that it's not true. If it's true, it's not defamation. That's the reason why some people who speak out, who know her, some flies on the wall, refuse to take down their videos, refuse to backtrack and take back what they say because they know that it's true. And we all know that Claressa, she's not going to go to the law. She's going to go to the courts. Dumb as a bag of rocks. But when you go to the courts, Claressa, you have to prove that what they're saying is not true. And if there's video, there's people that were there that are still alive, that are walking and talking and eating. And there's a paper trail. There's police reports. And as I play this, she's going to name the police officer by name. Sweetie, you're going to lose. This is why we still haven't seen you sue 50 Cent. I'm suing 50 Cent. I'm taking him to court. What happened? You throw that in the air every time. Your little cease and desist that you're not going to take to the law, you're going to take it to the court. Ooh, we're scared. Dum Dum Dora, Slowy. We're still waiting. I always encourage you to do your own research. Come up with your own conclusions. Okay? Right? Right? That's what you have to do. Let's listen to the rest. It's only a couple more minutes, but it's on camera. What say you? An officer that kept coming back. Otra vez, otra vez, otra vez. Ah, okay. Escuchamos.
People back in Flint, some know I'm not lying, especially the police that kept coming over her house. Because when I tell you her and her family are toxic, they're toxic, they will fight all the time. So Officer Pulley and other police, they always came over. The judge that stayed next door to her was getting irritated by that too, because first of all, it's a nice neighborhood and you got your dysfunctional ass family over doing the most, and the police got to keep coming over. Two, when the whole thing went down at the end, when she tried to get them girls to jump me and stuff like that, the same officer recognized my name, was like, there's no way it's her, because she's the only one that got common sense to tell me what's going on, to be the peacemaker. She fighting? Like, what do I have to lie about? And I told everything to Officer Pulley, and he knew I wasn't lying, because I would be the one, like he said, to have the common sense to tell him what's going on. So what do I gotta lie about? Because honestly, that's enough. And they're not gonna delete. I remember the date of September 27, 2020, around 11:30 at night. What I gotta lie for? I remember the location, the everything. So like, what do I have to lie for? What are we sending a cease and desist for? The truth? And then all the other stuff, I mean, that's just my experience. And honestly, like, you're not gonna silence me because of that. So as always, I got paperwork. Something's wrong with her. She's ill. I'm taking her to court. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Blase, blase. But you tried to get 6 of your big, fat, beefy friends to hurt me. And when I start throwing hands, feet, and elbows, everybody start running. And it's on footage. It's been recorded. Something that the police showed me on their handheld device. Asking me if I want to press charges against you. Anyways, that's all I have to say, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. Have an amazing day. I just wanted to address that situation and all the extras that came with it.
Well, thank you, Miss Jada, because you really broke it down. And I honestly believe what you were saying. Now, somebody in the chat said you knew Claressa. Hold on. Jada the boxer was best friends with Claressa, which I wanted that cleared up. Thank you so much, Lorraine Davidson. Lived and boxed and grew up with her. Why wouldn't I believe her? I tend and prone to believe the flies on the wall. Okay? When they act and speak and sound like they got the common sense that God gave a worker ant, if they seem smarter than a 5th grader, I'm inclined to believe them. I don't care what y'all say. And if they're wrong, so be it. What are y'all going to do? Crucify me? What the are y'all going to do? Okay? All I have to do is say, I apologize. I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Y'all act like we going to go to jail or something. What you going to do? And whatever you going to do, I don't give a damn. Because while I'm in the hospital recuperating, your black ass is going to be in jail. Any questions? Preguntas? Anybody? Algo más? Come on. Come on, y'all. We are the bad guys. We are the bad guys. Truth seekers are often the bad guys. I'm not going to do. I'm going to take a ish. Exactly. Oh my God. I'm not going to cross the street. I'm not going to cross the street. I'm just going to walk to the other side. I'm just going to walk to the other side of the road. Like, what? Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, at least he didn't cross the street. What? Bitch, what? Oh my God. Escuchamos. Okay? I'm late to this Claressa T. I didn't know she was this era. Yes. Irritati. Yes, y'all. Thanks for letting us know too. Yeah, shout out to y'all. She's telling the truth. She knows everything about her. It's documented. Yeah. I mean, what are we here to argue about? Not saying that we are, but what are we here to argue about? Wow, really good hearing her story and point of view. Yes, y'all. Yes. So I'm glad I was able to bring that to you guys. Last time you're going to see a bad guy like this. Exactly. You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You want to know why? The fuck? You're afraid to be who you really want to be. Okay? See me? I don't have that problem. Me? I tell the truth. Even when I lie. If I'm bad, what does that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Okay? So say goodnight to the bad guy. Last time you're going to see a bad guy like me. Make way for the bad guys. Bad guy coming through. Forever. The fuck? 304 since all eyes on me. Drop. Thank you. Girl, they're gonna take it literal and start counting on their fingers. She was only 4 at that time. Come on now. But I get it though. I get it. I cleared it up. I get it. You know, that was taken a little bit far back. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? When you can admit that you're wrong and correct your mistakes, it's a way that it's called humbling yourself. Where you don't just sit up even when you're wrong and just stick your chest out and just argue. You know what? Let me change it. I was wrong. You were right. That takes the power away from your enemies. That takes the power away from your naysayers. Just DM me. I'll help y'all out. Okay? I'll help y'all avoid a lot of stress and strain and confrontations because narcissists love that. And if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist and figured it out while you're with the narcissist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And welcome. And congratulations for surviving a narcissist. All right? And really, those are the only people who are really going to know, unless you just believe what I say and you trust in my genuineness, you're on the right track. But people who know that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Call me. Call me. I'll teach you the gray rock method. All right? Call me. All right. Anyways, y'all, let me see. You said point your fingers at the bad guy. You guys are so funny. Y'all are funny. Last time you're going to see a bad guy like this, let me tell you. That's not just a clip I play, y'all. That's my very favorite movie in the whole of all movies. And that's my very favorite actor and scene of all times, y'all. Okay. So there's a lot of meaning behind that scene. All right. It's a lot of meaning behind that scene. And I always felt like that even as a kid. I felt that way. So just FYI, y'all. Okay. Maybe I wasn't a kid when I seen it, even as a youngster. I don't think I was a kid when I saw that movie. Yeah, y'all. So this is what it is, y'all. Y'all, this is what I wanted to show y'all. Clock it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Point your fingers at the bad guy. She has been exposed. Her people weren't paying attention to Claressa until she got with Pap. That's why they don't know this about her. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said you're too funny. Thank you. Somebody said my side's hurting from laughing. They are. Thank you, girl. Y'all are cracking me up. I'm surprised I'm making y'all laugh like that. Jada from Virginia, she went to boxing camp and met Clarence. Jada was born and raised, in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, yours too? Thank you. What's up, twin? What's up, twin? Tanya Knight in the building. Mine too, Blow Nay. So you feel me. See? We connected. Like, you know what I'm saying? We here. We here. Talk that ish, Blow Nay. Thank you. Somebody said LOL, all eyes on me. My favorite all-time double CD. Mine too. You are my peoples. I have found my peoples. I can't say tribe. Y'all a little too bougie for me to be saying tribe. Okay? Y'all a little too bougie. You know, my VIPs, they're a little too bougie to be a tribe, but I found my society. Okay? They bougie, y'all. I hate to tell you. Okay? They may be a little ghetto fabulous, but most of these women here, most of these hoes, most of them, they bougie. Okay? I'm just sorry to tell y'all, girl. They bougie. All right? They very bougie. You said Taishamos, exactly. That's where they met. Okay. What is up, Chelsea Davis in the house? Girl, shout out to you. You may not always call there when we call, but you always on time. Period, poo. When you see them two fingers touching, you know. We bring more to the table than an iPhone, babes. All right? Oh, we gonna have our iPhone, but we bring more. Matter of fact, we are the table. What's good? Huh? What's good, Miley? Miley, what's good? Okay? What's good, Miley? 100. Thank you, Miss Dee. Scarface, say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. All right, so let me take this down, y'all. Now, I wanted to show you guys this because I have a little more teeth to drop for y'all. Damn, I always do that. I take it down and then I need to bring it back up because I just released this shorts, okay? Make sure you guys check out my edited video and my shorts. That's how I grow, y'all. A lot of times that's how I grow. That's how I get my followers. So make sure you check out my shorts. It's just little tidbits of tea, okay? When we come on here, we are on here maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe more. But we usually around the 2-hour mark because we like to kiki, we like to engage, we like to listen to each other, and that takes time. This is not a dictatorship. I'm not a teacher. I'm standing up here with a ruler, and you guys have to just do what I say. No, we like to engage and commune. It's called a community, a society. And in the society, we listen to the Crips, we listen to the Bloods, okay? We listen to the gangsters, the killers, and the dope dealers, okay? We listen to the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. And sometimes that takes time, all right? Okay? Good Lord. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know. Okay, hold on. So let me show you guys this right quick. Hold on. Because I did a little clip on, remember the petition, the person who started the petition, name is Granny's Corner or Granny's Boxing Granny, okay? But you know, you have two different names on YouTube. So the name is Granny's Corner. That is who, if you go to the petition, that's whose name you will see as the creator of the petition. Now, she was in our chat, all right, just yesterday, and she dropped some tea. All right. Now, I will say tea, truth, or rumors. But if I wasn't inclined to believe this person, I would have never did an edited video on nobody. Okay. You know what edit is? Means I got to break it down, cut out this, splice this together, throw this on, put some captions on it, put a title. I'm not going to take that time out if I'm not inclined to believe that this person is telling the truth. I'm leaning more towards that. But I have to take precaution because I don't know you motherfuckers. I don't know you mofos. It would be dumb of me to just believe any and everything somebody say when they hop on my line. I have to use intuition. I have to use discernment. And I have to make a judgment. I have to read between the lines and use my read between the lines skills and come up with a conclusion. I may not always be right, but I like to err on the side of my judgment. Okay? Err on the side of my perspective. Okay? That's all I have to lean on. And you, as someone who comes on my platform, you would be less than stupid to want to even back or support somebody who just believes any and everybody that just come on a platform. That's what source you want to come to? So it makes me think that the people that are telling the truth and being truthful and spilling real tea respect me in that type of way, where they would choose me as the source. So it's kind of a back and forth. It's kind of a yin and a yang, and we meet somewhere in the middle. At least in my mind, that's how it should play out, right? Because you'd be a dumb dummy if you chose me as a source and I just believe anything that anybody say. I'm just gullible and just outside like that. Okay, I'm gonna need for you to go outside and touch some grass. All right. So let's get into this, you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this up for y'all because I'm a rider. I said a soul survivor. All right. Now let's go to, hold on, y'all. Where is it? Okay. So now I'm going to bring this up. You guys take a look at this. All right. And one of my videos got 50,000 views, y'all. It's only been 5 days. We on fire over here, Blownate Media. We on fire, babes, because my shit, I got 50,000 views in the damn, not this one, but another video that I did, and it's only been 5 days. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Just a little tea that I put together or whatever. Y'all go ahead and take a listen to the tea that was spilled by the creator of the petition. Okay, hold on. Says, I have the bill. They didn't pay the water sewer bill. It's almost $1,500. Then she says, with the GoFundMe. That was her next comment. All right. If you keep going down, she says they can put a lien on your property for that. So it looks like if this is true, the property is not out of the water yet. Okay. Maybe the taxes have been paid, but that damn water and sewer bill have not, allegedly. Do your own research. Come up with your own conclusion, your own perspective. We don't know these people. And then she says, I have the water bill, which makes me think if this person is telling the truth, that it's a family member or somebody I don't think knows the family. Why would you have the water bill? She also said that now, oh, here it is right here. She says, so Nigeria has just been staying there, not paying anything. Did you guys know that Nigeria is staying in the grandmother's house? Allegedly, according to this person, that's exactly what's going on. Truth, tea, or rumors. But I just thought that was interesting for me to bring up for you guys. Okay. So take that for what it's worth. take it to the bank, or you can throw it in the trash. All right, la basura. But I thought that I would share that with you guys. All right. Leave your thoughts, follow, and stay tuned for more. Okay, so just a little tidbit I threw in there. Now, somebody reminded me, yes, we are going to go back to Shalita's live. I forgot because I was about to end it. Thank you for reminding me. See, I need y'all. Hey, somebody say, yes, girl. Yes, yes, girl. Oh, exactly. Dialogue, love that. Yes. Are we going back to Shalita's live? We are now, girl, because I forgot. I forgot. Yes, bougie ghetto. Okay? Bougetto. Okay? Ain't no shame about it. Kendrick Lamar. You know what part I love on that song? I love that bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I got a fucking problem. I love that bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I got a fucking problem. I like that with ASAP Rocky and Drake, but I like when Kendrick Lamar be like, you know you won't do. Yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar. I love that part. Anyways, let's see. I love me some Kendrick Lamar, y'all. I really, really do. Let me see. What'd you say? I just heard another blogger alluding to Papoose beating on Remy Ma, and now he's beating on Claressa Shields. Yeah, believe it. Believe it. I used to be with some of them sons of bitches. Huh. They look all cheery and all good on the outside. You get home, you get your app up. But you look online, you look like the picture of good health. You look like the most happiest couple in the freaking world. I lived it. She probably is getting her ass whooped. Would not doubt it for a minute. I lived it. You better get the funk up out of here. Now, one pick girl, we look like the picture of holy matrimony. We wasn't even married. Shit, believe it. And do. And do. What is her name? Ashley Janae, who just came up unalive, who took a trip to Africa, got engaged, got money in her pocket, living her life, and now she's unalive? Make that make sense. That means behind the scenes, behind closed doors, fly shit happens when the camera cut. I keep telling y'all that. Keep telling y'all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fact, my sister loves Scarface, Tanya Knight. Yes. Tell your girl, shout out to your sister. That's my kind of girl. Shout out to your sister, whoever she is. I bet you she fly every day. She may get on your nerves a little bit, but I bet you your sister fly. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go on back over. Yep, dummy. All right, you guys. Let's go back over to Shalita's. Okay. Hey, oh, Lisa, Shalita, check out. Yeah. Yeah, girl, we about to go over there right now. Y'all, okay? Hold on. Because I saw something that was saved, and that might have been like the beginning of her live. I don't know. We're just going to check it out and see what she was saying. It looked like it was the same live or whatever, right? Okay. Swing. Yes, absolutely. Shorty swing my way. I wish I could play all the song. Show look good to me. Now, would you please, shorty, swing my way? Y'all remember that? I used to love that song. Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let's go. Oh no, it's not even on. It's on Facebook, right? So let's take this down and get on. Let's get on over to Facebook or whatever. I would like somebody from New York to say that. I think that's what somebody was saying, that they was from New York. I can't do it. I massacre it, but I just wish somebody from New York would say that. Facebook or whatever. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and get over here. All right, let's go on back over to Shalita. What the hell is this? Is this it? Ah, damn. Okay, hold on, y'all. Because it just flashed her. Hold on. Maybe this is her whole. Maybe this is the whole live. Hold on, you guys. Let me. How do I make this go over here? Okay, hold on. Let's see if this is the whole live. We'll just catch the beginning of it. Let's see. Let's see if we missed it or not. Hold on. Let's.
Did was make my mind get a little bit more creative about how I'm gonna use these words to cuss a mother suck out. See what I'm saying? So if you thought that I cared or gave a flippity flop floppity, I don't. I never cared ever, and we right back at it because how your daughter humping on Charisma's kids, and she say it felt so good she peed on herself. Let's talk about that before we even get to talking about somebody's steps. The child might be a stepchild. Before we even get to talking about a little boy might be somebody's stepson. Okay, and then for a minute I was gonna feed off into it, and then I had to think about it. No, the fuck I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. Because bitch, every time I said something about you being the bedroom toy, you said you wasn't. So now all of a sudden you is. Now you admitting you is. She can have him stalking and report it all she wants to. I don't give a flippity flop flippity about none of that. Okay, because her ex best friend is exploiting her for a meta check. Um, and then everybody is talking about, and then she got the nerve to be talking about some nobody cares about a god mom that ain't been to a birthday. How about an auntie that ain't been to her niece's or nephew's birthday? Didn't she just make a post that says she missed their birthdays? Didn't she just make a post to say she missed their birthdays? And then you be on the internet talking about how fly you is and this, that, and the third. But girl, your kids be having snotty noses. They don't be having on no clean clothes. The only time you really post them on the internet is when you really get them dressed. We not even gonna talk about all the niggas that was hunching on you when you was underage, and all of them be around Shanny Pool. Every single last one of them was around Shanny Pool, and Shanny Pool knew you was getting hunched on underage, and she was allowing it. So she was enabling them PDF files that was around her at the time. See what I'm saying? But y'all want to get on this internet right here and talk to me about my sister, and you want to try to throw some shit, bitch. You little beautiful butterfly. That's my way of calling you a bitch. You beautiful butterfly. You see what I'm saying? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about your bloodline and how they was selling you underage? Talk about that. Okay? Don't come on here and get to talk. Then you had the nerve to make a post or a live talking about some you ain't never went after none of your people's niggas. Well, Cassius was messing with Butter. You was messing with him. We not even gonna get to talking about all these other motherfuckers. I'm not finna get to throwing people names up on.
I guess she forgot that she said she wasn't gonna cuss. But I have no idea who she's talking about. Okay, y'all? I can just tell you right now, I don't know who she's talking about. Okay? We're gonna listen to a little bit more because I don't know who she's talking about. It's kind of making me kind of sick to my stomach, a little sad. Like, girl, I hate when it's about M, the word M, A minors. Like, I can only listen to so much, and then I don't know who she's talking about. So we're gonna listen to just a little bit more because it's actually sad. When you're talking about so many children like that, and she's talking about generational curse, y'all. So that means Jada was not lying. What?
Underneath the bus. But I will say this right here. You didn't have sexual relations with dudes behind Tequila, Shani Poo, Jacqueline, Yoshi, Lissa, Shell, shit, everybody. You even fucked one of my baby daddies, and he got a little bitty itty bitty, teensy weensy itty bitty. I'm talking about baby penis. And you wouldn't have sex with him for a $20 bag of weed. And we're not even gonna talk about when you just hunched on Patrick for a little AFI. You know what I'm saying? You hunched on Patrick for a little AFI. You hunched on one of my baby daddies for a $20 bag of smoke. And y'all be on the internet calling me a crackhead? Yeah, I ain't never in my life did nothing of such sort of what y'all talking about. Ever. And then y'all stay trying to report my page and make it seem like I'm harassing y'all or I'm doing all of this stuff to y'all. No, I ain't doing nothing. And if Claressa got people reporting my page, you little butterfly wench, I'm on here defending you against your so-called ex-bestie wench. I ain't did nothing but told you that you should have never trusted her. And the fact that you got all these people around you that you done had sign NDAs and they don't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of, which means if you do sue them, what are they losing? They don't have nothing to lose. See what I'm saying? They don't got nothing to lose. And Bobby Howe, if you think that you finna hire Nigeria on Ballinger Highway in that plaza right there where Malika used to have her her boutique at, across from McDonald's, right there between them two fucking gas stations, just know it ain't gonna last long. Cause everybody in the city gonna be circling that thing like sharks. And she's chum. Do you hear me? So I advise you not to. See, I wasn't going to say nothing because I just was going to let you hire her. Then I was just going to catch her up there and just do her so dirty. You see what I'm saying? But now everybody want to play with fire. So let's just play with the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to play with fire. So let's just play with the fire. And all of this is alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. Shit, but I ain't never known to be no lie. Y'all have watched this. This ain't no lie. Yes, Rocky, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about antibiotic vagina. Yes, the girl who said so yeah, I'm talking about the ex-best friend that be consistently talking about she's a real friend, she's a real bitch, she'll never expose her people, even when she fall out with people, she don't tell their business, but you on here showing that you got 4.1 million views and your check is going up with Meta. Your check is going up with Meta and all of this old extra stuff, but you claim you not broke. You got to be broke because you over here selling out your friend on social media, your ex-friend. You know what I'm saying? The one you said that you don't do that to your so-called friends. That's not what you do. But it looked like that's what you do to me because it looks like that's what's being done. This is what you do. The fuck? So, my bad, y'all. Man, listen, that girl went live and said that her vagina is clean because she take antibiotics every day. So she know her canucha is clean. I can't make this up. This the stuff that these people be saying, y'all. Who been waiting for 15 minutes? Who been waiting for 15? Oh, she been waiting for her 15 minutes of fame. You absolutely right, Rocky. You are so right. And see, this the thing, motherfuckers be people think that I'm on the internet attacking Claressa. No, I'm not attacking her. I want her to stop talking. I want her to fire everybody that's on her team and get a whole new team. Because them people not for her. And I want her to clean out shop around her. All them people she keeps saying is her friends, them people is not her friends. At all. At all. She need to fire everybody and get a whole new. Girl, I don't know you, child. You have to ask her why she taking antibiotics every day if her vagina. Hold on. Because I need to call my sister. I know she know I love her because everything I say on the internet she responds to. So that part don't be blowing me. What be blowing me is the fact that she let these people trick her out of. Man, Nigeria do. She take antibiotics every day. But motherfuckers knew to get me out her corner. And now that I'm watching everything go down, I'm glad I'm not in her corner because I would be a bitch that the Jews would want to kill for real. And I got enough people trying to come after my neck for shit that I do. I don't got time for that. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, so she talking about Nigeria, right? She not talking about Jada. She talking about Nigeria. Yeah. Okay. So she talked about Nigeria, the ex bestie. I think Jada was a childhood friend. I'm not sure. I knew her for a while. Her boxing mate and her roommate, but I don't think she counted. She labeled her or titled her her best friend. Okay, so I think she is talking about Nigeria because she said Nigeria's name. So now we know she's talking about Nigeria. I mean, we just gonna leave it at that. Okay, we're gonna watch a couple minutes more because we already saw the end of this. All right, let's go. What y'all say? It started. So I said I think she's talking about about Clarence ex bestie. It started growing teeth. That's why she's taking the pills. Why would you be taking antibiotics every day? That they're gonna lose their power. You know what I'm saying? Like your body can become immune to antibiotics if you use them too much. That's why when they give you antibiotics, they tell you to take it all the way, take all the doses, which is usually 7 days, or I don't know. Yeah, usually about 7 days. They tell you don't stop in the middle of it for it to be effective, but you can't take antibiotics every day. Your body will build a resistance to them. I know that much. There it go. Yeah, ex bestie. Somebody said no sour cream on that on her taco. Good Lord. Child, and she is here to tell it. Yes. That's one thing about Shalita. She don't mind telling it, okay? She don't mind telling it. Now we may not agree with the package, but what she delivering is special delivery, baby. Special delivery, and we here for it, right? They keep it all in the family. I know. Girl, this is a generational curse at its finest. Um, yeah, I think it puts some of our generational curses to shame, right? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get back into it. We're gonna listen to a couple minutes more of this. Hold on.
What the fuck? No, that's not what she said. She said antibiotics. I can't make this up. This is when she was dating P Dot. I can't make this up. I guess her and P Dot was passing around STDs or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I really don't know. It wasn't my vagina, so I really don't have no feedback on that. Hey, you need to tell her that. The hell? Why she run around here telling people that she got, never mind. I'm gonna let y'all be great over there.
Okay, you guys, we are going to stop right there because this is where we came in at. Remember when she was live and I played it earlier and she was actually live and it wasn't the replay? This is where we came in at. Okay, so you guys be part of the replay gang if you guys want to see the end of this. Of course, Shalita Savage, it's on her Facebook if you guys want to see it in its entirety, all together, uninterrupted. It's really up to you. And we were speaking earlier about the way that she is coming on live looking a hot ass mess. Okay. We still want to hear what she had to say, but some of us just don't agree with coming on here looking like this. But I mean, if she like it, we don't love it. No. Well, if you like it, I love it. No, we don't. We don't love it. We don't love it. And there's nothing wrong. I wanted to really put this out there and correct myself even if I have to, but I just wanted to add this on that there's nothing wrong with your natural hair, especially being an African American. There's nothing wrong. But all we're saying is comb it or do some or put some grease or do something. And she's told us many times before she don't put nothing in her hair. So don't say, oh, you just don't let the just a natural. No, she told us. She got scabs and psoriasis and eczema all up in her head, and she got to let that ish rest. I don't know for how long, bitch, because it's been forever and a day, ever and a day. How much time do you need to rest, girl? If you don't throw some braids or a pick or some cornrows, if you don't, girl, if you don't look like Cleo up in here from Set It Off or do something, that's all we saying. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. As a matter of fact, let me take this down, okay? Let me show you some clips of my natural hair, okay? So y'all can see I'm not a hater. It's not about coming with your natural hair, okay? But when we see bingle balls and lip balls and your afro smashed in on one side because you just woke up out the bed and didn't do nothing about your head, we have a problem. Now, what we gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Sit up here and yap our jaws just like we yap and giving our opinions that we are expert at. But what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. Are we gonna beat it? Sure are. But that don't mean we can't say nothing about it. Because if you was my friend, my sister, my auntie, my bookie, my little niece, I would be telling you the same thing. So why do I change? Why should I change who I am? If I knew you, it would be worse. I would be talking to you worse. Okay. And if I knew you, I'd be helping you. Because that means you can come in my living room. I'd be like, girl, if you don't bring that pick and that grease over here to my house and bring your tail on over to my house. So don't come checking me. All right. But I'm just going to show you guys some pictures of my natural hair. Okay. Nobody is ashamed. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Okay? Let me make sure you guys can see this. And we're going to look at a few pictures of Blonay's natural hair. Okay? It ain't nothing to write home about. But I ain't ashamed either. Okay? And I ain't bald. Far from it. All right? So let's just go ahead. I'm just going to show y'all some different ones. Okay? Hold on. Now, I do have current pictures. They're just not on my IG. Like I said, I haven't been on my IG in a while. We'll say that for another time. I don't got nothing to prove. Like, what do I got to prove? What do I scream for? This is my theme park. All right? So I'm just going to show you guys a few of my natural hair posts. Okay? Ain't nobody shamed, y'all. Hold on.
announcement. If you still wearing your natural hair in this day and age, if you still wearing your natural hair when everybody around you is buying it, you rare. I mean, you a public service announcement. If you still wearing your natural hair in this day and age, if you still wearing your natural hair when everybody around you is buying it, you rare. I mean, you a public service announcement. If you still wearing your natural hair in this day and age, if you still wearing your natural hair when everybody around you is buying it, you rare. I mean, you a public service announcement. If
You see my natural hair? Nothing special. All I did is part it down the middle. Okay. After I washed it, I let it sit in plaits. I took it out the plaits. I put some grease in it. I put some conditioner in it. And I simply put it in 2 twists. Y'all see that? Hello. You guys also see me washing my hair in the shower. You also see me washing my hair in the shower. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. Looks good, huh? While it's wet. If I were to get out of the shower and not do anything to my hair, mind you, it has, I think, shampoo or conditioner in it right now. That's kind of weighing it down in the shower. You can see how long my hair is. Not that long, not too short, nothing to brag about. But if I were to get out the shower and not do anything, y'all see the waves and that's natural hair. There's no perm, nothing. That is my natural hair in its natural state. But if I were to get out that Emma Eppin shower and not put anything on my hair and just let it air dry, girl, I would be looking like buckwheat. I would be a nappy mess. All right? There's nothing to be ashamed about. Nothing. All right? Let me show you guys another one. Hold on. Let's move on down. Oh, y'all want to listen to me rapping, y'all. Remember the D challenge? Do y'all remember the D challenge? Let me just show y'all since we here. Look, I hope it plays.
I go west side for the dick. Gang banging, who ride for the dick? Bitch catch me outside for the dick. Crips and Bloods choose a side for the dick. I re-elect Obama for the dick. I disrespect your mama for the dick. Stir up some extra drama for that dick. Smuggle drugs from Tijuana for that dick. I take a beating for that dick. Hunger strike, stop eating for that dick. I let them keep cheating for that dick. I ain't leaving, I'm Nico for that dick. Hey, I even fight for the dick. See a bitch is on sight for the dick. Bloody moves all night for that dick. Play Bodak Yellow, go hypey for that dick. Hey, see I'm a twerk for that dick. Fill out an effing work for that dick. Got me on the corner selling stolen merch for that dick. Put out a Google search for that dick. Hey, I'm a raw for that dick. Up and down, see. I go west side for the dick. Gang banging, who ride for the dick? Bitch catch me outside for the dick. Crips and Bloods choose a side for the dick. I re-elect Obama for the dick. I disrespect your mama for the dick. Stir up some extra drama for that dick. Smuggle drugs from Tijuana for that dick. I take a beating for that dick. Hunger strike, stop eating for that dick. I let them keep cheating for that dick. I ain't leaving, I'm Nico for that dick. Hey, I even fight for the dick. See a bitch is on sight for the dick. Bloody moves all night for that dick. Play Bodak Yellow, go hypey for that dick.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait. You guys see I got that wristband on because I used to go to the slut walk. Remember the slut walk? Amber Rose, the slut walk. I had just came home from the slut walk, y'all. No lie. That's what I wore to the slut walk too. I just came back from the slut walk. Just FYI, y'all. But yeah. I just thought I'd just throw a little bars in there. And I wrote that. It was called the D Challenge. It's been a while, a couple years ago, maybe 3. But it don't matter Okay. Let me show you. Wait a minute. I didn't even know I was gonna show. I didn't even know I was gonna show that to y'all. Somebody said I got bars. Thank you. I look beautiful, queen. Oh, thank y'all. Thank you guys. You say I love my natural hair, and when you learn to take care of it, it flourishes. My hair, oh, your hair is super long. See, I'm trying to catch up with you. I'm trying to catch up with you. Beautiful sis. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, you telling me she can't do that? She doesn't even have that much hair. And she said it takes hours to come out. Girl, knock it off. Girl, knock it off. You look naturally beautiful, gal. Thank you so much. Okay, Blonay got bars. And do. Well, I matured a little bit. I ain't really rapping over D no more. And I'm supposed to have that song. I'm gonna come out with my song. I've already written a song, a gospel rap. So I'm practicing. I already have it. I should have already had it come out with you guys, and I just wrote it like what, about a month or so ago. Show y'all I still got it. All right. But yeah, you're a whole vibe. Love it. Thank you. Thank y'all. All right, so let me show you another one where my hair is not looking so good, but it's natural. Show you I ain't shame. I don't know what y'all thought. I don't know what y'all thought. Here's my hair in two buns in the back. By the way, I'm practicing. I was in theater at this time, so I am rehearsing. I'm rehearsing my lines, and I'm rehearsing for a play. So y'all will know the context of what it is. All right. Hold on.
It's just too much to write. She said she was gonna really.
Did you just call us capitalist pigs?
But it's just.
Girl, you can't put your hair in. You can't slap some grease on that shit. You 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 not you not you ain't you can't do that. Yeah. That's what we talking about. This is all we talking about. Ain't nobody trying to clown her. Ain't nobody trying to clown her. Let me show you a couple more, y'all. Hold on. Somebody once told me, Ellen Barkin, I don't know if you guys know, she's an actress. She's an older actress. I used to do background. I was on the set of Animal Kingdom. And she told me that I look like a young Cicely Tyson. She asked me, while we were waiting in between scenes, I was a prisoner. We were both in jail. She was in jail. And we were in jail with her, but we were background. And so while we were waiting on the second scene, like in between takes, she looked over at me, and just a fun fact, and she was like, you look like a younger Cicely, you look like a young Cicely Tyson. And I was like, thank you, because I love Cicely Tyson. And she's like, have you ever seen a picture of her when she was young? And I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was introduced to Cicely Tyson, she was already older. She was already, I wouldn't say an old lady, but she was an older queen. So I never saw Cicely Tyson in her heyday. I never saw a picture of Cicely Tyson when she was young at all. Nothing ever even prompted me to look her up. I just thought she was beautiful as she was at the age that she was, right? But I happened to look up a picture of Cicely Tyson when she was young. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all that.
That's no good.
That's no good. So strong. So strong.
Happy birthday to you. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So you guys see And even right here, you see, I'm not lying. One day on set, Ellen Barkin told me that I looked like a young Cicely Tyson, and then asked me if I had ever seen a picture of her then. I hadn't. I went home and found this one. It makes me want to cry, but I'm sorry, y'all. But I went home and found this one. I just pray I can act like her too. True story. R.I.P. Queen, and thank you for being a walking example of grace, beauty, talent, and strength for all women. You made my melanin shine. So, yeah. Um, and rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. And yeah, y'all. So let me show you guys. Look how beautiful she is.
That's no good.
That's not
Absolutely beautiful. And that was the ultimate compliment to me. All right. So hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm just going to show y'all maybe one more picture of me and my natural hair. Hold on. Let me see if I can find one. I think there's one more. Oh, no. Wait. Let me show you. Let me show you on here. Hold on. Let me take this down. And let's look at this one. This is me right out of the shower. Just to show y'all that I ain't hating on nobody with no natural hair.
I train my little man, come on. I can't be the one you love. I train my little man, come on. I can't be the one you love. I train my little.
Okay? So don't come at me ever, ever, ever again. Ever in your life. All right? All right. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. And we done, y'all. We are done. You said, girl, we're not letting her gaslight us into thinking her hair, yep, like that, cause it's natural. Exactly. That hair is super cute. Thank you guys. Beautiful. Appreciate it. She is, sis. Yes. Oh, yes, I see it. Yes, y'all. Extremely beautiful chocolate Barbie. You do look like young Cicely in one of those videos. I thought it was you. Ah, yeah. So Ellen Barkin was just as old as Cicely Tyson, so she probably was around, and probably around Cicely Tyson when she was younger. It wasn't just like she looked at a picture; she probably was actually there. So I loved it. I took it as a compliment, you guys, an ultimate compliment. Look at Blonay. Okay, fact, she definitely does. Oh, sis, it's okay. Take your time. Thank you. Love it. Yep. R.I.P. Miss Cicely Tyson. That was beautiful, Blending and heartfelt. Thank you. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Let me give a quick shout out, my roll call before I leave, because I do appreciate you guys. All right. You guys are the glue. I couldn't do without you. And I tell you guys all the time, I remember when I was talking to myself. Okay. I remember when I was talking to myself. We have a lot coming up on Blown A Media, y'all, okay? And I'm getting everything ready. Now, with the store, the vintage store, what I'm going to do is I'm going to a vintage, what is it called? The vintage warehouse is having a what is it called? Like an event where you go and you can get the vintage clothes. And they hold it like every 6 months. I'm going to go there and kind of replenish my store, because what I've noticed is wait a minute, hold on, y'all. What I've noticed is I can add some pieces that are not really trendy but current, right? And not so vintage. I say vintage, but I just mean like slightly used or barely used or not worn at all, because some of them still have tags on them. but these are second-hand racks, okay? But I need something that's a little more current and to go along with the statement pieces, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replenish the closet. And a lot of my stuff is hanging up already. I may take some stuff to the cleaners, but other than that, they're just regular clothing that I haven't worn or I got from like shops or vintage stores, and I have not worn them. Okay. And I just wanted to pass it on to someone who may appreciate it. Okay. And then make money on top of it. So we're getting that together. Okay. You said, sis, we going to be talking about the circus? Yes. Yes, we are going to be getting back into the circus, y'all, because we do have to do a check on Junior, and there is a lot going on over there. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, consignment thrift. You're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're going to a consignment store. Exactly. That's what it's called. Thank you. See, I love vintage. Ain't no shame. Yeah. You said same. I'm about to donate my stuff too. I already have one trash bag started. Yeah, me too. So that's what I'm doing as well. So you guys be looking out for that. You said that's the era she was with Miles Davis. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me give a shout out to you guys. Hold on. Let me take my hair down, y'all. Now, if I would have let that dry, it would have been a mess. All right, so let me see. Tanya Knight in the building, Reese's Cup. Shout out to you. Rachel K. Lahag. Shout out to Rachel K. Thank you so much. Inspirational, a mixed meeting. Shout out to you. Taisha Moss, always a pleasure. Thank you so much to my members for being a member. Reese's Cup, thank you so much for being a member too as well. I really appreciate you guys for supporting this platform. Twinkie 22, Lorraine Davidson, thank you so much for showing love, y'all. Let me make sure I get everybody in here. Let's see, y'all. Let me see. I got to go up a little bit. Okay. Now, like I said, if I skip you, I will catch you on the next live. I didn't do it on purpose. Brown Eyes in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. De Niro Mommy, of course. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see, y'all. Tanya Knight, Chelsea Davis. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to my VIPs. I really appreciate y'all. I mean, I think I got everybody. And don't forget to visit my school store, y'all. Don't forget to visit Blow Name merch, okay? Let me see. Let me bring that up for you guys because I always forget to kind of show you everything that I have for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Where is it? All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me just show you my store right quick. Because I always forget to bring this up. You guys know where to go. If you guys want that merch, that Blow Name merch. Now, I'm supposed to be getting some receipts, y'all. Now, we may be getting some receipts, okay? Sent to me. I don't know if it's going to come through it yet. I'm still waiting. And then on top of that, I haven't checked yet. So just be looking out. We may be getting some exclusive receipts, okay? Be looking out for that. But you guys make sure you guys check out Blow Nay Got merch, babes, all right? Make sure you check it out. and visit the store now. Now you know about my digital boss playbook. If you guys are looking for a sign to finally invest in yourself or build a brand or create streams of income, this is it. Okay. I want to welcome you to the Blow Name merch store. This is your one-stop shop for leveling up your lifestyle, your mindset, and your money. Okay. It's not just about selling products. We promote confidence, creativity, entrepreneurship, and that boss energy. Now, like I said, whether you're trying to start a new business, launch a side hustle, or become a content creator, or simply just make extra income online, the Digital Boss Playbook bundle courses were designed for you in mind. All right. And make sure you check out all the gear that I have, all the teas that I have. All right. I just make sure, pick up something. All right. Support your girl. And that's it, y'all. That's all I got. You just make sure you don't drink the damn Kool-Aid. Just make sure you don't drink the Kool-Aid. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, America.
We're not gonna. You need people like me. You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way.